Russia's new naval base to accommodate special-purpose nuclear-powered submarines armed with Poseidon nuclear torpedoes, also called the tsunami bomb. This could be completed as early next year. An unnamed source close to the Russian Ministry of Defense was cited as saying by the TASS news agency. The Belgorod and Khabarovsk special-purpose submarines are intended to join Russia's Pacific Fleet. However, the source was quoted as saying that the new special-purpose submarines will deal with strategic deterrence. The submarine's hull is around 604 feet long, and the vessel's displacement is up to 30,000 tons. The submarine can reportedly remain underwater for an estimated 120 days without returning to the surface. Its propellers are said to have been designed to escape sonar. To carry out a nuclear strike, Belgorod and Khabarovsk class submarines will carry 6 nuclear-tipped Poseidon unmanned underwater vehicles. The Poseidon is one of Russia's 6 strategic weapons, also known as super weapons, that Russian President Vladimir Putin unveiled during a speech in 2018 at the Manny's Central Exhibition Hall near the Kremlin. Other super weapons include the Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile, Avangard hypersonic glide vehicle, the Burevestnik cruise missile, the Kinzhal air-launched hypersonic missile, and the Zhirkon ship-launched hypersonic missile. Poseidon is perhaps the biggest game-changing super weapon in the Russian arsenal, adding another dimension to nuclear deterrence. It is an intercontinental nuclear-powered nuclear-armed autonomous torpedo. Powered by a nuclear reactor, the Poseidon has unlimited operational flexibility concerning launch and target locations. It can also be launched from under the polar ice caps. The U.S. has a network of satellites equipped with infrared sensors to detect and track Russian intercontinental ballistic missiles. In the air, the ignition of the missile engine generates extreme heat, creating a temperature difference against the cold background for the satellites overhead to pick up. The Russians have long wanted to circumvent the American ballistic missile defense systems deployed in Europe, creating a strategic imbalance against Russia. So, deploying nuclear weapons underwater enables the Russian military to evade a U.S. ballistic missile defense screening. Armed with a 2-megaton nuclear warhead, the Poseidon can destroy aircraft carrier strike groups and enemy infrastructural facilities in coastal regions. Thus Russia's Pacific Fleet would threaten U.S. naval bases on the west coast and key cities like Los Angeles. Russia intends to deploy over 30 Poseidons. Western media reports also corroborated this by citing senior U.S. intelligence officials, who claimed to have observed Russian naval vessels, including the Belgorod, possibly preparing for the first-ever test of Poseidon nuclear torpedoes. Apart from that, there were reports of a NATO assessment in late September, which is said to have raised concerns about Belgorod's deployment in Arctic seas, possibly to test the Poseidon for the first time. Based on these reports, it appears that the Russian Navy might have spent more than a month in the Arctic Sea preparing for the test but allegedly aborted due to technical difficulties. Nevertheless, U.S. officials had assessed at the time that Russia could make yet another attempt to test the weapon.